Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I want to welcome each and everybody to this great occasion, this great, wonderful occasion. My name is Comrade Victor Zoma from Rivers State. I'm the Secretary General of this great body, Supportive Youth Movement in Nigeria. Without much of talk, I want to invite the president, which is Mr. Dixon Okpara, to come in and take position of the house and introduce us to the topic and everything, why we are here and what we are going to achieve at the end of today. I hereby hand over to the president, which is Mr. Dixon. President. Mr. Dixon. Mr. Dixon, you can unmute yourself, please.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Hello? I can hear you. Please, before he goes on, please, if you can hear him, just go to the chat part and type in
Good evening,
one so that
everyone. It is my pleasure to welcome everyone in this. Hello. Hope everyone can hear me.
Yes, you can be heard.
Good evening, everyone.
Yes, you can be heard, sir.
Welcome to this great occasion and to this great organization. I am Dixon Monson, by the special grace of God and national SYMIN. I hereby welcome everybody to this occasion. First of all, let me start by introducing this organization to the view all over the world and to the Nigeria at large, and especially to the youth. Let me first of all talk about this organization. SYMIN organization is mainly created for the youth. And now is that which everyone of us have to understand, especially the youth. Hello.
We can hear you, but please don't move around. You need to stay in one place. Otherwise, we can't hear you.
Okay, let me go ahead. And our mission of this organization is the education of all Nigerian youth towards social and economic development using the principles of democracy and rule of law for the development and advancement of the Nigerian youth. And secondly, the vision of this organization is Nigerian youth will be transparent citizens of the country. You all know what is happening in this country. Our political fathers have been removing the youth, using youth as a dog, but we say no to it. Now the youth have come to realize that all these political gladiators that are using us for political talks will not be no more. I will say no to it. And that's the vision of this organization, to push this organization forward to achieve our main and purpose of great nation. Bridge the gap between the rich and the poor. The rich have been marginalized in many ways, just for them to achieve their aim. We all know what is happening in this country by the government of the day, making things to be more for the youth, so that at the end of the day, during the election, they will give us peanuts for us to vote for them. But by the special grace of God, I've been sensitizing youth all over the country not to buy the idea of election money. So we urge everyone to listen and achieve. Let us achieve this purpose together. And our vision again is to help youth to be aware of their social rights and responsibility, not to be marginalized by any force of the gladiator politicians. And I urge every youth to come together and know what they want. Coming election 2023 to be a remarkable year, that the youth will take the vote into their hands by one, getting their PVC and go out to vote. I know many youths have lost hope on our electoral processes, but I plead with youth to come together and get their PVC come 2023. And this organization is created to reduce poverty rate of this country. 3, to among the youth, because all youths have to come together.
The network is shaking. The network is shaking. Yes, we can.
I have actually switched everybody to mute. If you interrupt, I will mute you completely. President, please kindly continue. Thank you. I hear you, President. Techno LC7, I will remove you if you're mute again. There's a lot of noise in your background. President, are you still with us?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, I hear you now. LC7.
I don't know whether you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay, I'll hand over to the assistant speaker. The assistant speaker. Hello.
Hello. Sorry, I did not even hear what you are trying to say. Please, this meeting is not enjoyable. Make it clear and loud, please. Thank you.
I don't know whether it's from my own end because I have really said enough. I don't know whether the network problem is from my own end.
Please, if this network can
Hello, House. Good evening.
Continue.
Hello, everybody. Hold on, please. Everybody, hold on. Hello, House. Good evening. Yeah, Mr. President, you should have not been in a car to attend to this meeting. You should have been at home by now. I don't know. That's why you're having a network issue. Anyway, we'll allow you to come again before it
Sorry,
gets
if possible, the president to park somewhere and talk to us first. He's driving at the same time, talking at the same time. It's not proper.
So please, President, I think it's better you packed and at least do your speech before the other speech cast should come in. Thank you very much.
I'm here with you. I'm here with you people. So that it's a matter of emergency. So, but I will soon be settled. But I can hear you loud and clear.
Ahmed Amza, please take over, and the president says he will be back. Thank you.
Good evening, House. My name is Comrade Hamza Abdul Salam, the National Speaker of Supportive Youth Movement in Nigeria. By right, I was not supposed to speak by now. I was supposed to speak on the topic of the day, which is what do we call it? Sorry, let me check. I'm supposed to be speaking about the topic of the day after after the speakers must have come in. The topic of the day was youth and politicals in Nigeria, past, present, and the future. And that's what I'm supposed to be talking about, not to interrupt. But I think it's better, since the president was about to settle in a few minutes, I think it's better I deliver my speech about the political history and the present, past, present, and the future democratic way in Nigeria. So first of all, I think it's better we know what is even the politics itself, because so many youth has been participating in the political ways, but they don't know what is even politics. Before any other thing, today, I think we have to embark on a journey that we, all the youths of Nigeria, will know where we are and what we are fighting for. So please endure think we should know what is even politics is step east. Politics are the method and tactics used to run a government or an organization. I think this can serve as what politics is. In other words, is the set of activities that associates with what do we call it, making decision in groups or other forms of power relations between individuals, such as the distribution of resources or status. The branch of social science that study political science and government, I think that referred as political science student must have come across these and know what politics is. Then I will talk about the past and the present. Uh, I will talk about the past and the present. For a long time, the political environment in Nigeria has featured severe contestations among the country diverse ethnic groups. This legacy of contestation has created multi-layered and multiple-factored political structure that is peculiar to Nigeria. In Nigerian politics, in Nigerian politics, it's interpaced by ethnicity, making it a collective means to right and ownership. The Nigerian Federation remains sloppy, contested, and conflict infected from independence in 1926, 1996, 1960, 1960. Nigeria has been struggling to survive not only in managing society but also in improving socio-economic condition of the peoples of Nigeria. As we all know, since the independence in 1960 in Nigeria, there are a lot of youths that happens to be privileged and serve this country in one way or the other. I will give an example with people like, what do we call it? Oji Uzokalu was once a governor. He's a youth. He becomes a governor during his youth age. And also, we have somebody like Yaya Bello in Kogi State, was also a governor during his youth age. We also have somebody in Adamawa State, which is Senator Ishaya Abo, who happens to be a senator presently in Nigeria. He was also a senator during his youth age. But comes to look at all these things, all these young people have been in power and also misused the opportunity that was given to them. So I believe with the style and the tactics of where we, the supportive youth movement in Nigeria, are planning to strategize, we are trying to bring the end of all this misuse of the Nigerian youth. That is why so many times, instead of we youth of Nigeria to stand for election, we run after all politicians to promise them that we are going to work for them. I think it's high time that we should all say no to that. It's high time for we Nigerian youth to come out and stand for politics. You know, as some people used to say, failure is the beginning of every success. If you did not start it, you won't know whether you are going to make it or not. So I believe that all Nigerian youth will come together. Let's start this together. Come this 2023, let's put the country in order. I'll talk about the Fourth Republic in Nigeria. Fourth Republic in 1999 served as turning point in Nigerian politics so far. It has been the longest period of democratic governance in Nigeria and one that has, shall I go on?
Go ahead.
And one that has been seen, come in, my dear, and one that has been seen Nigerian political landscape transitions from an embryonic state towards maturity Many as the text in the reading list suggest that I have argued that long period of military dictatorships that precede the Fourth Republic undermine democratic practices in Nigeria, hindering the country from achieving the dividends of democracy even after 1996. That's why teach.
Hello, Mr. Speaker, please tell everybody to mute themselves. There is a facility here. If you continue to unmute yourself, it will remove you and you will be able to get back in. Mr. Speaker, please tell everybody to mute themselves, including your officers, please. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. Sorry, House. I think it's better you all should mute yourself so that at least you hear me loud and clear before I dropped for the arrival of the president. So please, I want every one of you that are in this house should mute himself, please, before I continue, like I said. Please. Then I will talk about the importance to politics, the importance of politics in Nigeria. As they provide platforms, please unmute yourself, please. You all should mute yourself, please. Like I've said earlier, I would like to talk about the importance of politics in Nigeria as they provide platforms for politicians and the electorate to come together to develop and mobilize political ideologies. To develop and mobilize political ideologies. The hastened importance of political parties in Nigeria make just understandings political parties in Nigeria not only a useful companions. Are we together? Not only useful companions to scholars text, but also a vital contributions. First Republic, that is from 1963 to 1966, build on scholars' work, Ujo traces the genealogy and affiliations of parties that emerge Nigeria as the largest multiple ethnic, So I would like to talk about, let me talk about the present system of the Nigerian politics. Why we all youths need to come together and stand for political office instead of working for any politicians. Like the president has stated earlier, most of all the old politicians in Nigeria always used the Nigerian youth and dumped them. And if you go out there, you find out that all their kids, their families are not even living in Nigeria. Sorry to say that. So I think it's high time, instead of we going around to stand for any old politicians we need to at least come out and stand for politics. And for us to achieve that, there are some minor things that we need to do. First, we need to be able to tax ourselves, because there is no way you can come out for any political office without having a standard business or something that you do for a living, because Nigerian youth always are afraid to come out for political office because they don't have sponsorship. Or if you go far, they will tell you that they don't have money to come out and stand for election for them to lose the money. And like I have said earlier, the failure is the beginning of all the success in Nigeria. So I am calling on all the Nigerian youths to unite together so that we can be able to establish relationship with international organizations that will enable us to practice politics from outside Nigeria. You know, it is only Nigerian youth that always find it very difficult to have other national youth relationship in the whole world, because everybody take Nigerian youth as scammers. So it's good we encourage youth to become self-employed. It's part of the things that will make us to achieve success. Encourage youth to stand for elections. And also we must always have a contributions for our movement in terms of maybe the need of the organization. So I'll rest my case from this place. I say thank you, and you're all welcome to Supportive Youth Movement in Nigeria. I have remained Ambassador Comrade Hamza Abdul Salam, National Youth Speaker, Supportive Youth Movement in Nigeria. Thank you.
Mr.
Thank
Speaker.
you. Hello. Thank you, my wonderful national speaker, Comrade Hamza. Thank you for a wonderful speech. And we want to move on. Any comment or question for the audience? We, the executive, will attend to your questions, please. Comment or questions? The national executive will attend to your questions. So if you have anything to ask about this organization, about will attend to your questions. Please, or questions.
Hello, my name is Abraham Buchi from River State.
Okay.
I have an observation and a question.
Go ahead.
God, I'm the coordinator for River State, and the question has always been popping. How do we fund SYMIN? The host of this Zoom session to also enable the chat session of this Zoom so that people can as well chat, drop their chat responses if they can't speak up.
Please, Mr. Abuchi, come again. The state coordinator.
Very much. Yes, my question is, the question has been popping, how do we form SYMIN? Because in a very short while from now, making herself very popular, both in Nigeria and how are we going to go about funding SYMIN to make sure that everybody is sensitization, flyers, handbills, and the rest of it? That is one. Then I want suggestion that the hosts of Zoom session please enable the chat session of this chat responses. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, are you there to take the question, or should I go ahead and take the question?
You can go ahead. You can go ahead.
I remember humble self, Ambassador Comrade Hamza Abdul Salam. Thank you, my brother. You asked the questions. The first question was, how are we going to fund SYMIN in Nigeria and some other? And you appreciate the fast, like the fast or the speed SYMIN is taking to be more popular than any other youth organization. First and foremost, like I've said earlier, we all Nigerian youths always are afraid to come out for political position because we are afraid of sponsorship. We don't have money to go about it and other things like that. The first thing is I advise every single member of SYMIN in Nigeria and abroad, that is the Nigerian diaspora, to make sure that he or she has a business to do. That's one, whether self-employed, government, and whatsoever. Then the second thing is the unity. Unity among us matters a lot. Then we have to tax ourselves as an organization. We must have a fee, levy, that we can be able to be paying to the organization to make the organization run its own activities by itself instead of running helter-skelter to the other old elder politicians in Nigeria. So I believe that if we all can sacrifice and contribute within ourselves, we're surely going to make it. Because why the Nigerian youth always run to the old politician is because they don't have money, and so many of us are jobless and some other things like that. Sorry to use the word jobless. I don't mean to like hurt anybody. I just want to express how we, the Nigerian youth, are at times. So if we all can engage ourselves in one way or the other business, I believe that we can use the little we have to start from there. And in a short period of time, we can surely get to the promised land. Then, sorry, I had to say this from my speech, but I didn't say it earlier. SYMIN is not a single political party organization that will say that all its members please guys, mute yourself, please. Mute yourself. So SYMIN is not an organization that will say that I must work for PDP or APC. It's an organization that is open for all Nigerian youth to participate in their own desired or choice political party. So we are not there to ban any youth from participating in his own political desired party. All we are asking the youth is, irrespective of that political party you are, instead of running after all politicians to work for them, is better you stand for elective position, and we'll look at it and know what to do to support ourselves. So that's my take on that side. Thank you. I hope I answered you very well.
Hello, Speaker, and hello, President, and hello, Mrs. Erua. My name is Daniel from North Dakota, here in US. I have a question and some observation. Mr. President.
Mr. Are you done?
Hello, Mr. President. Hello, Mr. President.
Dr. Buji, you can go on.
Oh, thank you, Speaker. Hello, Mr. President and National Speaker for the Youth Movement. I want to commend the moderator, and I want to commend everybody that is here. And I also want to commend the guy from Port Harcourt that talked about the chat being disabled. I don't know, Mr. Speaker, if you have your powers, to make the chat able so that people, not everybody can be able to talk, but some people can, give some suggestion. This is my little comment. First and foremost, you are right. You are totally right that we need to organize ourselves as young people. You are completely right. And you are right to say that young people have been involved in politics. But the problem in politics is that you have to influence action and you have to influence policy. It is the policies that are making people cry out. So how do we get them influencing action and policy without carrying folders and without getting positions? Because once you get positions, there's limit to what you can do. If your governor has other ideas, there's nothing you can do. So the thing is to be the governor or to be in a position where those influences can be made. So you are right. On the issue of how can we get funding, I will just suggest that it is true that we need to levy ourselves, but you know well, there's no amount of levy you levy from people that are already impoverished ab initio. Let's be realistic. But somehow Davido has given us an idea, and national speaker too, you have also given us an idea. The idea is this: if we must organize ourselves, we must be able to attract those people that flaunt their money. It means we cannot, like you say, we cannot alienate the PDP, APC, IPC, ADP. We can't alienate anybody, but we can say, okay, our platform has an ideology that these are the 4 or 5 ways we can help people in agriculture, 4 or 5 ways that we have agreed we can help people in education, 4 or 5 ways that we have that for sports. So we need to build an ideology and say any of all these 4, at least you will have one. Come and join our platform. Our platform will push for you for all these 4. So people just need to have a better ideology of how to solve our problem. So it comes to, does our organization or does this organization have thematic points on solving the education problem? Do we want to still continue for A is apple, when we know A can be for alligator, when we know A can be for artificial intelligence? Do we want to see sports as a business, or we want to see that we want to settle some people? Do we want to bring in doctors? Do we want to bring in lab scientists? Do we want to bring in other people? These are things that we need to discuss. So we want to change Nigeria. We must have a position as an organization. This is what we think we can do to help Nigeria education. We want cognitive education. We don't want A's for apple. Those time has gone. We want A can be for anything, but should be for progress. We want vocational exercise. Not everybody will have the articulate mindset, to go through the rigors of chemistry, molecular, all those stuff. Some people are hands-on. So we want hands-on schools. Then we want diaspora. We want those abroad that have the intelligence. This is the section we are looking for. We don't want music. Music should continue on their own. But we know not all of us can be Davido. That's the truth. And people should stop deluding themselves that everybody can be Davido. No, in short, the number of people that are Davido is less compared to the number of people that are there. So
Thank you, Dr. Buji. Sorry, National Secretary, are you taking all the notes? Please jot out all the important points because we have to at least come back to it. Thank you.
Hello? Hello? Mr. Moderator, can you hear me?
Yeah, you can go on, go on. I can hear
All
you.
right. My name is Adamu Muhammad, talking from Yola, the Chief Coordinator of all coordinators. Well, mine is not a question, it's rather a suggestion.
Sorry, Mr. Adam Mohammed, Chief Coordinator of all coordinators of which organization?
SYMIN.
You have to make it complete so that we'll know who is talking.
All right. So as I have said earlier on, I am Adamu Muhammad, Chief Coordinator of all coordinators of this great organization, SYMIN. I think, Mr. Speaker, you have said a lot, but what I want to add on is the menace of drug abuse. When you take a look at the index that has been released by the Narcotic Organization of Nigeria, is that certain percentage of the youth in Nigeria, more than 40% of the youth in Nigeria are involved directly or indirectly with this kind of drugs. So leadership is all about responsibility. And you know, a drug addict cannot be responsible. And no one, I repeat, can vote in a drug addict as a leader. And even in the area of politicking, most of the youths that are supposed to go to the poll and vote, they are being involved in drug addiction or drug abuse in one way or the other. When you take a look, when the day of the election comes, most of our youths that are supposed to go and vote for youths that are there to make the difference, they usually abuse drug and end up sleeping. So the main problem of youth in Nigeria, the main problem is education, and the second problem is drug abuse. And I am overwhelmed by the initiative of this organization. I would like to applaud my former classmate, Nonso Okpala, for this initiative. And I want to see what we can do to make it like an advocacy with all these youth organizations, other youth organizations, to join hands so that they can register under SYMIN as an affiliate, so that SYMIN will go to the grassroots, not only us that have maybe contact with Dixon or have contact with someone that knows Dixon. No, I am suggesting that it should go to the grassroots. You don't have to be a member of SYMIN to benefit from such initiatives. Some other organizations can register as an affiliate of SYMIN. And with this, we can make the difference, because there are many organizations that do not want to lose their own hope. They do not want to lose their own names. So they want to join a movement like this, but they want to retain their own names and their own values. But if we can, other organizations can register as an affiliate, I think we can make the difference. Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator.
Thank you, Adam Muhammad. But all you see that you have said earlier, I think that is the reason why there are no other organizations sometimes that have chief coordinator of all coordinators. It means that we have several state coordinators, which we appoint you to oversee the activities of all the coordinators. That means for us to get to the grassroots, it's your own duty to make sure that all state coordinators in his own respective state has the state executive and also have the local government executive down to the ward level. So, Mr. Adamu, I think this is part of the responsibility that was also been designed and put onto you. That's why you has been appointed as the coordinator of all the coordinators. Thank you very much, Mr. Adamu Ahmed.
Thank you, Mr. National Speaker. Can I add something to what?
Yeah, you can go on, no problem. You can go on. Please, every other person should mute
Can you hear me?
himself, please. I want everybody to mute himself, please. Please, thank you.
Can you hear me, everyone?
Yeah, you can go on. Go on.
Always our coordinator of all coordinators. Now, can you hear me? Let me go ahead to say, to answer coordinator for coordinator what he just said now. That's why we make you the coordinator for coordinators, and we have state chapters coordinators all over the states. And we all join people to swerve into action to make sure you sensitize your community, your state, and most especially grassroots. You need to take this program to the grassroots level, because there's nothing you can achieve without grassroots. You can't achieve anything to the national without grassroots. So I urge every state coordinators to go to the grassroots and start sensitizing people what this organization is all about. And let me add to what the last speaker has said. Whether I have an ideology, yes, this SYMIN organization have an ideology to promote sports, agriculture, to empower youth with skills acquisition, just to make a better life for the youth. So we are working towards it, and we're working tirelessly to achieve this thing. Though it will not be easy, but one day we must achieve the aim and purpose of it. And the end of the contribution to tax of levy, we are having state coordinators meeting very soon to tell them how to go about it. Because without state coordinators, we national body will not be strong. First of all, our state coordinators and state chapters have to be strong, because state chapters build the nations. Build the national coordinators. So I want everyone to go back to the states, all the state coordinators, to do a lot of work, because we have a lot of work to do from the states to the national. Though with the national, we are already organized and we are already in place. And we are taking our duty effectively, we are working effectively to achieve this thing. But I urge all the state coordinators to go back to their states to do a lot of work. Hello. Yes, I don't know whether you people can hear me, because my network is a little bit fluctuating. I don't know whether it's from my home or such.
Yeah, you can go on. There's no problem. You can go.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you. Go on.
So that is it. So we are working towards it. And in terms of political aspects, I always said it in the platform that I urge every youth to go and get his PVC. Nigerian youth have to do first to get his PVC. Let's not forget that our politicians are using us, but we have to get our PVC first, because our PVC will count. And thank God that Mr. President, the President of Nigeria, has signed the bill, not too young to run. And by even that Mr. President will still sign the Electoral Act Amendment, which will require electoral transition result. Which
Hello, speaker. Hello, Mr. Speaker. Hello, Mr. Speaker, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh.
Go on. I can hear you.
All right, I want to make an excuse. It's almost time for prayer now in Yola. I think I'm off.
Mr. Adamu Muhammad, right?
Yes.
It's all right. No problem. Probably after you finish prayer, it does not last more than 5 minutes. I'm also a Muslim, so you can come back.
All right, all right.
Thank you.
My microphone.
Good evening, everyone. I think the Deputy National Speaker has just joined us now, and I welcome you. Please, Deputy National Speaker, can you go on and say something? I'll be waiting for you. Thank you.
Miss Blessing, Ambassador Nikki, engineer, over to you. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I am Comrade Engineer Blessing Ogmulashi, popularly known as Nikiro. I believe everybody can hear me right now. Am I audible enough?
Yeah, you
Hello.
can go. You can go on. You can hear you very well.
Okay, thank you. Sorry for coming late. I'm actually at work, just going home. And one thing I really want to say to avoid taking much of our time is supportive youth movement in Nigeria has come and it has come to stay. We need to just work in unity, believing we are the owner of this Nigeria, that Nigeria future, the present, and what will happen tomorrow is in our hands. So we need to work in unity, and there is always room for correction. I believe our inauguration has already commenced, if I'm right. And all the state coordinators are to put in one to achieve a positive growth of our society. And again, we should also work with other youth bodies in Nigeria, whereby the each state parliamentary office, the Nigeria Youth Parliament, the non-town, the Southwest Youth Own, with other functioning organizations in Nigeria. And we as youth, we need to just put our eggs in one to believe that it is high time we stop begging for more money from our political leaders in order to stand our ground. If we are not financially buoyant, our organization will not move ahead to where we plan moving it to. So for now, I will leave you at hand, and I will want people to continue because I'm already going to an anointing environment. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, our Deputy National Speaker, Mrs. Blessing Ogbomi. Please, like I have said earlier, please and please, you all should mute yourself. Mr. President, you can go on. Thank you.
Come again, Comrade Hamza.
You can go on, Mr. President.
Thank you. That's someone will tell me.
Question, please.
That's how to someone.
LC7, please mute yourself.
Can I make a suggestion? Hello, everybody. There should always be a co-host in events like this. So the co-host can do the house cleaning, and go around muting people that are distracting and also admitting people into the meeting. Thank you. You guys are doing a fantastic job.
Thank you. It has been noted.
Is there any observation or questions? Any observation or questions? We only have 30 minutes to go. Do you have any observation or question before we go?
Yes, I have. Good evening, all. Okay, my name is Chris Santos. I'm joining in from Plateau State, just to be precise. My question is that I would like to, first of all, appreciate the House for the initiative. And with this, it will go a long way to solving the Nigerian problem. And my observation and question is that I don't know whether we have a director of research, statistics, and documentation. With that, it will help because they are the one that goes down to the hinterland to get information on how to, organize the youth together and bring so much maybe contribution to how to solve the problem of this very nation. Thank you. That is my question and my take.
And sorry, the answer is yes, we have. Thank you very much.
Not
okay.
I believe the Secretary General is taking note of everything.
Mr. Saminu Morufa Yohana, please stay. Mr. Saminu, thank you.
Let's go ahead. Please, any questions or suggestion?
Can I come in here?
Please mute yourself.
Hello, good evening, everybody. I'm Comrade Ms. Garrix Rachel, and I'm speaking from Rivers State, Ahoda East precisely. I'm very pleased to join this meeting, the new initiative of the new platform that is on ground. So I don't really have much to say, just that I've been following the meeting a while. So I just want to add a little initiative or suggestion or some kind of information that I want to get from the House. So since the aim and objective through our WhatsApp platform that have been itemized, so I want to know from the head that are heading the union. So I want to know the modus operandi of this achieving the aim and objective of our forum, is of the new youth movement of Nigeria. Thank you.
Mr. Christian Chrysanthus, please mute yourself. Okay, Mr. President, over to you. Nigeria, country.
Yeah, my sister from River State, let me answer your question. Yeah, we are working towards to achieve the ends and objective. Though it will not be easy, but I believe that the agenda said the drum was not delayed, but definitely it was built. This is a one step at a time. But I believe with time we will achieve it because we are working towards it. And we're really working towards it, and we're putting things in place to achieve the aim and objective of this organization. Thank you. So please, any question or observation? We have 30 minutes to go. Any question before I hand over the Secretary General? Any question or observation, please? Mr. Chris.
The forum will support what the pharmaceutics agriculture.
Jerry Obasek, you want to speak?
You have do you have anything to say?
Jerry Obasek, you want to speak? Mr. Speaker, Jerry Obasek, you want to speak?
Mr. Jerry Obaseki, you can go on. Unmute yourself and go on.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. My name is Jerry Obaseki. I'm joining you from the state of California in USA. And I just want to encourage everybody here. I'm a young Nigerian who is tired of everything that's going on in Nigeria. And I'm very much interested, I'm very much involved in different organizations on how we can rescue our nation from the hands of poor leadership. And I just want to charge us here that one of the main things that we need to do moving forward is to have leverage. And how do we get leverage? The only way we can get leverage as citizens of Nigeria is by registering to vote and obtaining your PVC en masse. Now, if 20 million youths in Nigeria are registered and have their PVC, guess what? The political terrain will be very different, and these politicians will be singing a different tune. So please, I just want to make sure that as we come together, our number one aim is to make sure that we have a drive to get people registered to vote. As I speak to you from California, I'm registered to vote in Nigeria and I have my PVC, and I'm going to be coming back. And I'm not just going to come back to vote, I'm going to come back to campaign for candidates that I believe in, that know what they're doing and have the capacity to deliver good leadership. So I just want to tell us here, the journey is going to be long, it's going to be tough. There are going to be quarrels, there are going to be misunderstanding, but we should all keep our eyes on the bigger picture, which is rescuing our nation from the hands of poor leadership. Because at the end of the day, the future belongs to us and the future is now. So thank you very much for what you're doing, and God bless everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jerry Obaseki. United we stand, divided we fall. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Richie G wants to speak. Richie G.
Ricky G, you can go on. Mommy, can you help us unmute Ricky G?
He needs to do so from our end.
Okay.
He needs to do so from our end. I'm trying to help. She needs to unmute from her end. Mr. Speaker, please ask her to unmute.
Ricky G, can you mute yourself? Richie G, unmute yourself.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. I really want to appreciate the organizers of this program and people that are working hard to make sure we achieve our objective. Yes. So I also want to suggest that there should be greater measures for us to reach out to other branches, because we now doing this at our inaugural meeting. So it's fine, but there should be other measures that we can convey to meet ourselves, to make sure that this our objective, we practicalize it physically and also work in hand and set out these measures that will achieve the movement, because there will be setback that may come in as we move on. But I hope in God we all trust that everything is going to be fine. So thank you very much, because I want to take my leave now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Infinix Smart 5, it's like you want to speak. Then unmute yourself and speak.
Mute.
And
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. I advise you to remove your earpiece if you want us to hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Aban Shonan's mom. I'm the Vice President, SYMIN, from Adamawa State, Nigeria. It's really a great pleasure to be in the midst of you all. And I really want to thank you all for your time, for coming together to birth this great organization. I believe that we all are here for a singular purpose. And I have that faith that all of us that are here are willing to move Nigeria to a better place. Mine is it an advice or an encouragement rather? You know, it's like before you give birth to a child, you already prepare for the coming of the baby and whatever. As far as the politician or the all politicians in this country are concerned, youth are their enemy, and whatever thing that the youth want to do to rise up to counter their intention, their bad intention against Nigeria, they will try all they could to make sure that that organization has not moved to anywhere. And how can they stop us as a youth that is already growing? We may look as if we are new. I'm telling you, and it will shock you that already they are making plans to destroy this, because they know that this is a force, because whatever a youth has prepared or have desired in his heart, he's going to achieve, because we are the force of the nation. So they have already put in place whatever it is to counter this thing. And how are they going to counter is by using one of us, or by using some of us. I want to beg us that this journey is not going to be very easy. It may look right now that we are looking at each other, we are like, you're going to have a lot of offers from different people to betray, to do a lot of things, to tell them our plans, to shut us off, a lot of things, big money. You're going to see a lot of things. I want to beg you, because me and you are not happy. Forget what we are seeing right now is like a tip of an iceberg. What about our children that are coming? Whatever we do right now is what will determine the future. Please, don't be an opening that they will come to pin us down or to destroy us as youth or to destroy what we are trying to do in Nigeria for the betterment of Nigeria. We are going to be together as one. We are going to unite together as one. There is no Igbo, there is no Hausa, there is no Fulani. There is no anything. Let nobody bring religion to you, whatever it is. Like I said the other time that we need to engage ourselves in something. If you're doing something, that person will be afraid to even come to you, start giving you money for, or maybe a peanut for something, because whatever you will do, they are not going to enrich you more than themselves. They are going to give you peanuts to see how you can give in yourself easily. I want to encourage us that please, we should stay strong. This is, excuse me, this is the beginning of the fight, and I pray that we'll stand strong, and everything that we desire right now, that we're going to achieve it. And so may God help us all. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Mr. President, over to you. This is just the Vice President of SYMIN in Nigeria that just spoke from Adamawa State. So, Mr. President, over to you. Mr. Secretary, are you here? Secretary.
Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you very much all for your suggestion and observation. And we are time conscious, it's almost time to go. I will believe that next time we'll still converge for another meeting, which will be on the Senate over to Secretary General. Take over. This morning, they can almost Secretary General.
Secretary General, can we have the brief of our meeting, like the key point that has been put down so far, so that we can know what we have achieved so far before we go on?
Okay. Hello, Mr. President. Please, before the secretary submit, I don't want to suggest something. Please, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So quickly, sir, just another suggestion that we can do. I was just discussing with Jerry on the chat that if it is possible for us to start planning on returning back to the traditional way we communicate, for instance, using radios, town crying, and all those stuff. The reason why I say that is that we're having internet challenge, and most of the people that will collect money for voters and everything are the people that will not be on the internet per se. The people in the city are well aware, but are disenfranchised or they are not interested because nobody wants to die, you know. But the guys in the village, they can see that there's a plan that we have. And I have written some of the plans on the chat. They can see that there's a plan that we have for them. If we can organize a science innovation, and Chrysanthus is a research person. We want 6 ways that we can teach people in the village without internet. Can we record all the Khan Academy in one file and then buy a projector in each region and then start to play, get somebody to teach these kids, this is what is happening abroad. We know we don't have internet, but we have a flash. We can save it in the flash and come to your town hall meeting every 3 weeks. So we can also have a football competition and say this football competition is tied to development. If you win, it is not the trophy and the money that the 11 teams will use to drink beer. We will build a sports facility, or we'll get counterpart funding to build a sports facility for you, because what we do is always wrong. You give 11 players and there are 800 people in the village. These 11 players come from the city and only come to the village to represent them. It doesn't work. We just have to think things differently. Another thing I also suggest, sir, is that we have like a conference, a youth confab, just like the national confab that we had, and gather everybody, Mr. Macaroni, Davido, Jerry from Obeseki, everybody, APC, everybody. There's a young person. We don't want politicians. Everybody come. Let us just agree on one thing. We want progress, right? What are the 14 options for progress for education? What are the 14 options for science? Everything. Then we now agree. Then when somebody becomes a governor, don't come and tell us you want to build bridge. That's the problem. You always want to build bridges that will take 17 years, will take 7 million in Nasarawa, but in Lagos, it's 58 billion. How can you spend 950 million naira on a COVID isolation center in University of Port Harcourt and you don't have a bed? That's the news yesterday. It doesn't make sense. And you gave it to 52 teaching hospitals. You gave 3.7 trillion for 6 months. It doesn't make sense. Half of your budget only for fighting one. Something is not right. So the key thing, sir, is this. We need to first agree that nobody has any idea. Don't come with your idea as governor. Don't tell us anything. There are evidence of how a nation can progress. We have it in UAE. We have it in Indonesia. Don't come with anything. Which of them will suit our peculiarity? So that's what we'll be discussing in the national confab. There are evidence-based already. It's which one will fit our own. We are multi-religious. We are not like US that are monotonous to some extent. We are not like Indonesia that are monotonous to some extent. We are multi. So which one will fit a multi? So we already have the idea. So I think that way we'll be able to get everybody on board. So whether you are PDP or APC, youths have agreed that this is the vehicle they want to use. Pick the one you want. But if everybody's doing their own idea, we now build personality instead of institution. Thank you, sir.
Also, can I chime in, Mr. President, please? I can't hear anything, but I'll take that as a yes. So I just want to quickly add, you know, I joined this meeting, but after this meeting, how will you guys reach me? So that brings me to my next point, which is such meetings like this are also opportunities to capture like-minded young Nigerians. So if you make people register for meetings like this, that way their information is captured, their email address, their full name, and whatever, you know? Because after this meeting now, if you guys want to reach someone like me now, how are you going to reach me? You can't, you see? And I'll tell you this, let's use the tool we have, which is technology. Because see, I'm communicating with you guys all the way from California. I will tell you guys in good notes that a former minister of health was in this meeting, but you guys did not know. You see, she has left, but she was in this meeting. So the point I'm trying to make is with technology now, anybody can join these meetings. So we have to organize ourselves, and we have to make people register for these meetings so that way we can capture their information. Thank you very much, and I'm willing to support in any way I can. I'm also doing things in my home state, Edo State, you know, because I know that this battle is a battle we have to approach from all fronts, and I'm willing to support when I see young Nigerians that are serious-minded and are organizing themselves properly, you know. So I'll drop my email address in the chart, so that way you guys have it, and I'll tell you this. Excuse me, I'm a young Nigerian, but I'm also a big fish. And I'm one of the kind of youths that will make these politicians uncomfortable, because I have the background, I have the exposure, but I don't think like them. I love my country, I'm a patriotic Nigerian. So thank you very much, guys. God bless you all.
Thank you, Mr. Jerry Obaseki. The president just called me that he is having a serious bad network, so I should preside over the meeting for the remaining time before we go. And I will use the opportunity to call on all other Nigerian youth, home and abroad, to please come together. Let's have union whereby we can be able to create international relations with the world youth, so that we can learn and put our country forward. So thank you very much, Mr. Jerry Obaseki. I'll copy your email, and also I will communicate you and also seek for advice from every other Nigerian youth that is abroad to contribute their advice for the way forward of the Nigerian youth. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, is it time for votes of thanks? Vote of thanks. Everybody's been unmuted. Let's have a look.
Sorry, I want to use this opportunity to inform you all in diaspora that we have a diaspora forum. That's our forum for the diaspora people. And we would like to have a contact of all the diaspora people so that we can be able to share the links, so that we have a good communications. That's why I shared my phone number as the national speaker in there. All the numbers are on WhatsApp. If you can pick the number and chat me up, and I will add you up to the diaspora platform where we can have a serious discussions on the way forward for the Nigerian youth. Thank you very much. Mr. Secretary, I hope you're here. So I think it's right time for you to give us the key point that has been jotted down and where we like to work on before the vote of thanks, because we have just few minutes to go. Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate. And it's a pleasure to be among you all. Even though with the nature of the network in Nigeria, we still had time to speak. I know some call and some were chatting me that they couldn't come in because of their network constraint. But with all, we thank God for today. First of all, I want to start by saying that it's a good team and it's a welcome idea. The keynote we took in, the president introduced the association, supportive youth movement in Nigeria, after which the Speaker of the House, which is Comrade Speaker Honorable Hamza, took a keynote of the past, present, and the future of the leaders of the country, where he made mention of few of our leaders, of our young leaders that were given opportunity. I hope everyone can hear me. Hello. Hello. Okay. Where he made mention of some of our young leaders that were given the opportunity and they mishandle it and misuse it. But right now we have seen their lapses and we are here for correction. And he made mention of, for one to be a leader, one should have a business, or one should be innovative, one should be creative. And I guess that is what our past leaders don't have. And even when they are taking ideas from other countries, they are still not copying the right thing. They are not bringing the right idea, the right innovation to the system. They are still using a rat race system. But right now, we as young, vibrant youth, we are creative, we are innovative, and we are even self-employed. I don't want to bring back the sentence, the words, the speech our president made when he was outside the country. Well, unfortunately, the Nigerian youth are telling him that we are innovative and we are creative. And when it comes to question and answer, the state coordinator of Rivers State made mention of funding, and which was tackled, which we told him that for us to have funding, we need to do a let me put it this way, self-dedication. As a baby organization, it's still coming up. It's not a bad thing if we start from our own little purse, put something into the purse, into this association purse. And we need to be that hardworking, self-employed, or you work in an organization, or you just have to be a working class somebody, because our current leaders are seeing us as youth that are not working. That's why they use the opportunity to use us and misuse us, where they pay you 500 naira to go and do cost issue that will be of benefit in the future for you. You destroy you just because of 500 naira. And Mr. Dan make mention of, Mr. Dan from Sokoto make a director of research and data, that where we need to have people that will have those data to have direct communication to people that can have access, which Dr. Bamiso also make mention of communication. We need to use the radio, we need to use the television, the flyers, we need to talk. Mr. Jerry Obaseki made mention of leverage, and the leverage is really a key point, seriously. We need to leverage because of these voters card, PVC. 2023 is not as business as usual. We need to change the narrative of business as usual. Right now, we need to tell them that the game is over. We need to work very well. And he made mention of we having contact, like my honorable speaker have spoken. He said we have a platform basically for the diaspora, and which we have gotten your contact. We are going to add you all into there so that we'll have one-on-one communication. We have the ideas, we share it together so that we want to build a better nation. We're not building it just for ourselves, we're building it for the children coming after us. Our children are great children coming after us. What is the country we are going to leave for them? The elect right now, what they are thinking is only for themselves and not for the nation. They don't look at the nation. But with mindset here we have in this supportive youth forum, I see people that are thinking for the nation first. They put the nation first before their self. But our leaders, what they put is their self first, service to their self, not to humanity. But with this great house, I see people of great minds, people that believe in the nation that will be positive, people that believe in one Nigerian that was once a great nation that the world we're looking up to. And I'm very grateful to associate myself with this great house. And I promise, and I know we are going to go far. Yes, a lot of people have said that it's a beginning, we'll have part also, definitely. But the main thing is the aim and objective, our goal. Let's focus our eyes on the goal and we will definitely hit the point. With this, with this little point, we'll go back and we'll drive out more, we'll look into it more. There was someone that was on the Q&A. Somebody was saying about we are supporting the farmer. Yes, if the person heard very well, we talk about agriculture. We talk about agriculture. There was a time I was having conversation. Sorry, I'm going to answer that question. We talk about, I was talking to somebody, I say, if I empowered him to empower 50 people, 20 people directly and indirectly empower 50 people, he was confused, but I told him, in agriculture, I can empower 20 people directly and I can empower 25 or 50 people indirectly. And he was shocked. And when it comes to that, that is a creative mindset. I can't come to your house and give you food, but if I can give you a job that will yield a job to another person in your family, I've directly helped you and indirectly I've touched another life. And that is a nation we need. We don't need a nation where people will give you the money, only the money, they give you the money day in, day out. That is what they think. And that's what they think we need to do. With this little, I want to say a big thank you to everyone that have contributed. I want to appreciate you. I want to say thumbs up because it's already late. I want everybody to go back. I hand it over to my honorable speaker, Mr. Hamza, to call on the last speaker so that everybody can retire back home safely. My speaker. Speaker. Honorable Hamza.
Yeah, I'm with you. Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone. Based on what we have discussed so far, I would like to call on the Comrade Ene Veronica to give us a vote of thanks. Every other things, like I have stated earlier in the chat site, that I shared the national speaker contact. You can communicate with me so that all the people in diaspora will be added to our diaspora platforms, while the people in Nigeria that have not joined their state platform so far and the general platform will also. So, Veronica, over to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go on.
Can you hear me?
Go on, go on.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, go on.
Yes, I really want to appreciate all those that have been online that have been bringing out ideas on how to move SYMIN forward. I honestly think by the grace of God, if we stand by everything we've discussed today, we're going to have a way forward. On those notes, I want to say thank you for your time. Thank you for your contributions. Thank you for your efforts. By the grace of God. Hello, are you hearing me?
Yeah, go on, go on.
Yes. By the grace of God, we'll all work very hard, we'll strive very hard to achieve our goals. Thank you very much and have a blessed evening.
Thank you everyone for coming in with this. We are going to say until we call for the next meeting of the way forward of the SYMIN in Nigeria. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.